Yes. And who is this?
Listen carefully, but don't draw attention to yourself.
Ooh.
I am L.
Okay. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is Montana and this is Mia and this is Winry.
And today we're all going to be reacting to episode 20 of Death Note, Makeshift.
Last episode we had Matsuda going into the headquarters of this Yotsuba business that has been supposedly killing off its competition, literally. And they catch him, but he ends up making his way out of it with a makeshift plan. And
nice.
Makeshift plan. And L and Light continue to pursue Kira. What are your thoughts entering this episode?
I'm excited for like a genuine Light-L collaboration.
Yeah, absolutely. The Light they've been showing us, it's a whole different character. Mm-hmm. Like it's a different person.
100%.
And I just am interested to see if he's even on board with this long-term plan that previous Light even put into place. There's a lot to get into, but before we do that, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you've been enjoying this reaction series. We've been loving this show. Also, check out the Patreon linked in the description below to see these episodes early in their extended uncut forms. Also, 8 episodes of Demon Slayer are also posted at Patreon, so check out the link in the description below to watch all those right now in their extended uncut forms. Also, since we're at the halfway point, comment down below which anime we should watch after Death Note ends, and check out the polls on the community tab on YouTube to vote as well. We'll take all that into consideration and narrow it down as we go. All right, are we excited for episode 20 of Death Note?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads. This video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
New intro. Let's hear it.
Oh.
Apparently it goes very metal.
Okay.
Whoa. Looks like we're kicking up the death a notch. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That was the face he made earlier in the series. This has gremlin energy.
Yeah, seriously, what is happening?
Whoa.
This is definitely what I thought like all anime was like all the time.
Really?
Before you showed me anything.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, this is a bit intense. Who are these people? Oh my god.
Okay.
This is intense.
All right.
I'm not sure what I just listened to. Like, some of it was something, and then the end of it was just...
I mean, it was also something.
It was something. Like, I understand that... Okay, here's the thing. Here's the scary thing, actually. Music before an arc always kind of seems to encapsulate the vibes of the arc.
Yeah.
If those are the vibes we're getting, especially the end, that feels like kill off your main character, I don't give a shit at the end type vibes. Like...
Yeah.
We'll see. But
good lord. Okay.
The descent into madness seems to be deepening.
A little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was a bit much.
Yeah, when I was watching that, I was like, this would not be Montana's speed.
No.
Dark vibes going in. Don't know most of those people, and terrified to see what happens. Shall we jump in?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well then, let's begin tonight's meeting.
There's supposed to be 8 of them, but only 7 are present.
Oh yeah, and they
That must
killed
mean
off the
that
one that wanted to
They
leave.
probably killed one of their members.
In order to further the growth of the Yotsuba group and best serve its financial interests, who should we kill next?
You see?
Lord.
It's just like I told you last week!
This is not good at this rate.
But before we get to that, there are several topics that we need to discuss.
First, there is the issue of Hattori's death.
How is that not good?
Kira has demonstrated that we must be committed to these meetings. We now know what will happen if we try to leave.
Oh, they're going to claim they're being
we
held
all
hostage.
understand what Hattori's death means for the rest of us.
No, I think he was just saying it's like better for group cohesion.
Kira has demonstrated that we must be
man's
committed to
beautiful.
these meetings.
Very
We now
pretty.
know what will happen if we try to
Looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh villain.
Great bone
I
structure.
think we all understand what Hattori's death means for the rest of us. Let's not take it lightly.
Yeah,
Now,
like
moving
if they
on.
leave, they'll
Our
die.
next topic is Geraldo Coyle's report.
One of their members just died, and that's all they're going to say?
Yikes.
So did we really pay $5 million for this report?
There is something very interesting in the last part of this report. Coyle's warning us that we can't afford to take L's existence too lightly. In particular, it says, the concentration of killings that are beneficial to Yotsuba will likely be noticed by L if they continue on Fridays and
A move by him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can see their reaction.
Sounds like this Geraldo Coyle has figured out what we've been up to. At any rate, I personally think we should stop killing
every weekend.
This is unbelievable.
They're giving everything.
It's like they're trying to confess to everything.
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
happening?
As long as we have this
But
video
maybe
as
it's like a,
evidence,
oh,
we
we're
could
being
probably arrest all
controlled.
7 of them.
Yeah.
This is not good.
Kira hasn't been flexible up till now, has he? It would be nice if he could spread out his killings over the whole week.
Now, on to the main topic. Who should we kill?
I think we should focus on ELF insurance. If they expand into the Japanese market, Yotsuba and many other companies will lose valuable clients to them.
All right. Any objections to killing these people from ELF with accidental deaths?
No objections.
Is this for real? How can they do this so easily?
Another
Says
potential
Light.
candidate is Santoro Zenzai, a member
How
of
are
the
they-
Kubisawa group. He's been protesting Yotsuba's resort development.
But did you hear Light there?
Yeah.
Zenzai's known to have high blood pressure, so we can designate a time for him to suffer a stroke resulting in natural death. Any objections? No objections.
Wait, and they're learning completely
Kira
how much
deaths
control
by
they have.
accident, by disease, designated times of death. It's all just as we suspected. We were right.
We can only be completely sure after those people they've named are dead. We
So
will
they have to
continue
wait.
to monitor these meetings and take note of what they say,
Oh.
how they act, and most importantly, whether the people they choose actually die. If we can confirm the connection between their plans and the deaths, then we'll
Loving his
definitely be
sweets.
able to catch Kira.
He has to wait for them
What
to
is
die.
it?
That's
We've
the
no need
bad
to yell
part.
in unison.
I can't carry on knowing these people will die.
That's the thing.
That's just immoral.
Yeah.
Wait, is this trolley
Here
problem?
it comes.
I know you're planning to catch Kira by letting these guys actually carry out these murders, but we
And
can't
that'll
let that
save
happen.
more people.
That's right. It's obvious that these 7 men are behind
This is
the
literally it,
killings.
right?
With
What?
Matsuda's testimony.
This is definition from the book trolley problem, right?
Yeah.
Literally, there's a ship that will sink, and you could prevent it, but if you did, more people would die.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
it's
sometimes
literally
it'll be
the
like trolley
exact-
problem of resources, like trolley problem
Right,
of
right,
something.
no,
like this
just
is
straight up trolley
literally
problem.
more death for less death. Like
Yeah.
like it's the same except for like the trolley, replace it with the business.
Yeah,
and it's-
100%. Then yeah, absolutely.
Interesting. That's crazy.
The thing that's getting me about this group is all of them seem to be acting like Kira isn't in the room. Like right now, they're acting like a jury and they're gonna go give their decision to Judge Kira and then it's gonna be carried out. But someone in that room is Kira, so it's very weird. Yeah.
But the thing I find fascinating is Light being so, he's like, how are they doing this? What? They
Yeah.
can't just decide people die, and also fighting so, like, this is why El was like, this isn't good. He knows he has to let the people die. Mm-hmm. And of course, Light's fighting it.
This is immoral.
This is immoral.
We already know the phone numbers of these board members, don't we?
Yeah.
I don't care who we call. I need to reach one of these men.
The
and
voice
have them
actor
stop
for
these
Light does an
murders.
amazing job of like, he sounds
That
the
will
same,
cause
but like,
suspicion.
no, he
It would
doesn't.
mean
Yeah.
the investigation caught up to them 3 days after they were contacted by Ivor. Also, it would make it far more unlikely that we would be able to discover who the real Kira might be. We can't afford such a huge setback seeing how far we've come.
He wants to wait for solid evidence.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to need some solid proof.
Yeah.
If one of these 7 men is in fact Kira, would it be safe to say that if I try calling one of them, the odds of that person actually being Kira is going to be 1 in 7?
I'm thinking there could be more than one Kira among them.
Oh.
Probability of 2 in 7 at most.
If we're prepared to
Okay.
let them know that the investigation is
There's 2
catching up
notes.
to them, let's place our bets on these odds. I'm going to pose as L. Judging from their conversations so far, the one least likely to be Kira, but with the most influence is Namikawa.
Oh, perfect.
If you're going to make a call, please use this phone. It's set up so it can't be traced or tapped.
You know, this would all go a lot
So they're just trying to
faster if we kill
do a
off the
guess?
execs of our rival companies and be done with
There's
it.
got to be more to it than that.
What?
Too far.
Why? We can kill them and split their holdings.
Is this Reiji Namikawa, head of the Yotsuba Group's marketing department?
Yes. And who is this?
Listen carefully, but don't draw attention to yourself. I am L.
Okay.
I've placed cameras and wiretaps throughout that meeting room. Even
Wow.
as I speak, I'm recording footage of your entire meeting.
The first thing you discussed was Hatori's
You didn't even
death.
clear this.
Now you're debating who to kill next.
Am I correct?
He's been watching everything.
If you are not Kira, or if you are not someone who can contact Kira directly,
Let's make a deal.
Oh, he's gonna do this with everyone.
I need you to delay the deaths of ELF's president and Mr. Sensei by 1 month.
if you complete your end of the deal and cooperate with our requests from now on, then your crimes, no, not just yours, but everyone's crimes,
Crimes with the exception of Kira's will be pardoned. Based
Oh.
on the facts that Kira blackmailed you into
Okay.
participating in these meetings.
I see.
Smart.
My only option is to join L. No, I'll be dead if Kira manages to find out. What should I do?
Light is manipulating
If you tell the
in a
others
good
about this
way.
call, they will panic. It would be of no advantage to you. Everyone would be arrested immediately. But that's not my intention. I'm planning to go one-on-one
sounds like-
against Kira.
Listen, if I
Whoa.
win against Kira, you will be acquitted of all charges. If Kira wins, then you'll be free to carry on with your comfortable life.
You're not in a position to lose anything regardless of who wins in the end.
Whoa.
You would only be at a loss if I decided to arrest you right here and now.
Damn it. He already knew what answer I would have given.
That's all for now.
Right. I'll see you Monday then.
What a smart play.
What's
Wow.
going on, Namikawa? Who was that?
One of my men screwed up again. I'll have to fix it on Monday. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. Let's get back on topic. We were discussing whether
Wow.
we should kill Zenzai and the men from
That was
ELF.
crazy.
Here's what I'm thinking.
What do you make
we'll
of that,
give
Lex?
Coyle 1 month to reveal L's identity. If he still hasn't uncovered the information we need, then we can go ahead and kill the targets randomly. Then we'll give him another month to investigate and repeat the process.
I see. Once we kill L, there won't be anything standing in our way.
That look was
But
sus. Was
until
that
then,
him?
We need to be careful.
Right. Sounds like a reasonable
I
plan
don't
to me.
know.
We need to be extremely careful if we don't want to get caught.
Then we're in agreement. We'll give Coyle 1 month.
L, this should satisfy you for now.
We'll still
Whoa.
be meeting on a weekly basis. That is all.
That went well.
Yeah.
You really are quite amazing, Light. Not only did you manage
Okay.
to delay the killings, but you also set up Namikawa as a potential mole for us. Sounded exactly like the sort of thing I would do, and you thought of it quicker than I did.
Whoa.
At this rate,
That's impressive.
if I end up dying somehow, it's quite possible that you would be capable of succeeding me.
What? Why are you being so morbid? There isn't time for that. We
Why
only
would
have
he
a month to
die?
figure out Kira's identity and gather evidence against him to prove it. This is only the beginning.
But you were the one who first noticed the connection between Yotsuba and Kira. You actually might be more capable than I am. I honestly believe you could take this on.
Wow.
Tell me,
Starting to view him as
That's
like
a
a
big
comrade.
compliment. Yeah.
would you take over for me as L?
Oh. What?
Oh, so L can continue like
Yeah.
as a concept.
So, a couple things to discuss there. The fact that Light was so
Interesting. Did you read
incredibly...
that?
We'll read that
Sorry.
1 second. Light is incredibly intelligent and like made that plan so quickly. Almost sus how smart he was. And then L saying he'll be the next L if he dies.
I mean, it just kind of shows that they were always like two sides of the same coin. And now that Light doesn't have like an ulterior motive that's impacting him, he's just like genuinely trying to find Kira as much as L is. Seeing just how similar they are, it's pretty unbelievable.
I'm wondering whether Light set this up so that he would be the best inclined to solve it.
Interesting.
Which might be sus after a little bit. Because Light didn't just do this with a chance that he would fail.
Right, like he thinks through literally everything.
Yes, but let me read this. If written, the same name on more than 2 death notes is completed within a 0.06 number is regarded as simultaneous, and the death note will not take effect and the second individual will not die. Oh.
So my understanding of that is if someone writes your name in a death note and there's another death note available, if you can write your name in it 0.06 seconds after you see it, then you won't die. But only if it's within 0.06 seconds.
It's gotta be lightning fast.
Exactly.
If I should die, would you take over from me as L?
I'm wondering if there's a reason for that beyond symbolic.
He hasn't lost his suspicion of Light, I feel like.
No, 100%.
Ryuzaki, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to tell everyone what you're really thinking right now. He thinks that if I am Kira, then there are two possibilities. Either I'm just pretending I'm not him and putting on an act, or Kira's power has passed on from me to someone else, and I have no memory that I was ever Kira in the first place.
Oh my god.
He's trying to determine which, if either, is the truth. The first theory, if I am putting on an act,
oh my god,
he will never remove these handcuffs. No, even if I wasn't pretending to be innocent, I'm sure he still wouldn't take them off. Ryuzaki still believes that I'm Kira. Even if that power had been passed to someone else, he thinks that I would have planned to have it returned to me once I'm safe from suspicion.
Oh.
In other words, I wasn't being controlled at all. He thinks it was a plan to pass on the power and arrange for it to come back to me once I've been cleared.
Impressive. You figured out exactly what I'd been thinking all this time.
Ryuzaki's theory is that once I steal L's title, I will become Kira again.
Correct.
Huh.
Taking on the identity of L, having the power to control the police in every country, while being Kira in secret. It's ideal.
And he's just laying it out.
Yeah.
No, that I would
And
do
that's
it.
the best
That's what
way
you're
to
saying,
prove
isn't
that
it?
he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what about now? I told you I don't want your title. That should prove even to you that I'm not putting on an act, shouldn't it?
If this is all an act, and you are trying to steal my identity, there's no chance you would be foolish enough to reveal your plan in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
That was the plan, though. That has to be the plan.
Huh?
Oh.
Do you think that I'm actually capable of becoming a murderer? Kira?
But
even after I help you catch him?
What?
Do I seem like that kind of person to you?
Yes, you do. I've always thought so.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa. Here they go again.
Not again.
Okay, break it up. Once is enough. It was a draw, so
The
let's just
feet,
leave
not
it
the
as an even
grippers.
match, okay?
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, let's focus on catching the Kira that's in front of us right now. As long as I have the handcuffs
Isn't that
on, you
the
shouldn't have
fucking
any
truth?
complaints.
Yeah.
I suppose so. We only have a month, so there's no time to get distracted.
We have plenty of footage from this meeting. Can't we use that as evidence against those 7 men and prevent the murders of other criminals?
Here we go again. Unfortunately, no.
But why?
At the moment, we're not certain if Kira is among those 7 men.
Hold on. At the same time, we can't say that he's definitely not among the 7. That means there's a chance the killings will stop if we take this opportunity to arrest them.
I think Dad's right. There is a chance. We have to act on it.
Excuse me, but I think from now on I should go after Kira by myself.
Oh.
You can use these headquarters as you wish. I'll also be here, but we will be working independently. You can conduct your investigation under your own direction.
What?
Feel free to arrest those men if you like. I will be carrying on my own investigation. We'll only get into arguments if we don't split up and act separately at this point. This is for the best.
Are you saying you're going to figure out who Kira is by any means necessary?
Yes. This case will
Oh
never be
my
solved
God.
unless we capture Kira himself. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say that preventing more deaths is pointless. But
Whoa.
if we don't uncover the entire truth once and for all, Kira will only appear again and the number of victims will continue to increase. That's
He's
why I
kinda
believe
right.
it's more important to find out who Kira really is. As I've been saying, I'm opposed to arresting those 7 men. If you want to do so, then you will have to take responsibility for it. I will pursue Kira on my own. We only have 1 month.
It's like dealing with the problem or finding the source of the problem and then dealing with it there, you know?
Yeah. And like he's right. They arrest this businessman. It's just not actually getting to the root of the issue, which
100%.
is like,
Yeah.
Wonder who will succeed.
Ryuzaki, where are you
Voice.
How are they gonna work
Giovanni's room.
Yeah.
Sorry,
How are they
I
gonna
know
work
you're on your
separately
father's
when they
side
have
and all
the
that stuff,
handcuffs?
but I can't remove these handcuffs. I'm afraid you're gonna have to come along with me.
so I guess they're gonna still work together.
Light! I didn't know we were supposed to have a date. Oh, right, I should have known.
Misa Amane, tell me, do you love Light from the bottom of your heart?
Huh? Yeah.
We do need to discuss, though, Light completely revealed what I thought to be his plan.
Yeah, me too.
So it must be something else than that. Like, he must have thought of this. How?
I mean, unless he genuinely didn't take into account the fact that his, base state is good.
You know,
he didn't
yeah.
think that he would, given this opportunity, he didn't think he would turn down the opportunity to be L.
I agree.
Because he thought he would always go for more power, but that's not how he is with no memories of, all the other stuff.
Yeah, okay, so he underestimated how much the Death Note changed him.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it.
Wow.
That was his error.
Misa Amane, tell me,
Now
do
I
you
was
love
working
life
alone.
from the bottom of your heart?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course I do.
But you also worship Kira, don't you?
Well, yeah.
So then,
No.
if you had to choose between Light and Kira, who would you pick?
What? That's obvious. Of course it's gonna be Light. I'm really grateful to Kira and want to meet him someday in person, but that's not true love. I definitely choose Light.
But your precious Light is planning to catch Kira, isn't that right?
Well, yes, of course I am.
He says he wants to catch Kira. Now what will you do?
Well, if that's what Light says, then I'm gonna support him no matter what.
Oh,
So if you were given the opportunity to
fascinating.
work with Light on this investigation, would you take the offer?
What? Ryuzaki?
Yeah, of course I would. I'd do anything I could to help Light.
Wait, hold on a
my
second.
God.
Where are you going with this?
I'm planning to have Ivor pose as Geraldo Coil again. He'll tell the Yotsuba members that while he was investigating L, he discovered that Misa Amane might know who he is. He'll also tell them that L brought her in for questioning on suspicion that she was the second Kira. If the Yotsuba group believes that Misa could be their lead to finding L, then they'll say that they want to meet her to discuss their advertising campaign.
Okay.
They'll use that opportunity to question her.
Okay.
Thanks to Lots screw up, they may already be considering Misa as their new spokesperson, so this could work.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
We can't do that.
Why not?
This plan is too
'Cause I don't
risky.
wanna
Who
work
knows
with
what can
you.
happen to you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Does that mean you're worried about me? Yay! But don't worry. I won't mind
Yikes.
doing something like this if it's for you, Light.
If they suspect that you might know who L really is, we don't know how far they'll be willing to go to get that information.
No problemo. I promise I won't say anything, even if they torture me.
I can attest to that.
But Kira can control his victim's actions before their death. There's a good chance he might try to manipulate her into revealing what she knows and then kill her. Also, if he does manage to kill Elle, he won't have any use for Misa. He'd kill her to keep her silent.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, boy.
You forget that if we win against Kira, Misa won't die. Besides, as long as we're handcuffed together, you and I share the same fate. Either we lose and both die together, or we successfully catch Kira. Which is it?
We catch Kira! I would never dream about living in a world without Light.
Yes, that would be dark.
Cut it out! This is just crazy!
We're
That's
running
funny.
out of time,
That is funny.
and I'm starting to get desperate. As for Misa Amane, I've turned to her because I know her bravery and love for you is boundless.
Do you really mean it? Oh no, I think I've totally misunderstood you all this time. I even called you a pervert. But you actually do understand how I feel, don't you?
Yes, Misa is indisputably the most perfect and worthy woman for life.
Yay! You're such a sweetie. Thank you, Ryuzaki.
I could actually fall for you.
Let's not go that far. But you could maybe be a friend of mine. Would that be okay?
Oh, we're friends for L.
Now I've gained yet another friend.
Yay!
Yeah, of course. Any friend of Light's is a friend of mine as
The
well.
only friends of L are both the Kiras. Are you kidding me? Look at him holding it. This
And
is
of course, I
hilarious.
would never think of betraying any of my friends. With our powers combined, we'll arrest Kira.
Unfortunately, Light is
Great.
taking a different investigative approach from us and will be working with his father and the others. I'm afraid it will just be you and I.
Huh? What's
Whoa,
up with that?
whoa.
Come on, Elle, now you're just playing dirty. You're leaving me with no other choice but to join your...
No, that's quite all right.
What are you talking about? Of course he'll be joining us. I want to be useful to you somehow. If I can be useful, then maybe you'll love me even more. And besides, I would gladly die if it were for you, Light.
Figuring out the logistics of arresting 7 people is going to be challenging. I don't suppose you two have any ideas. Mogi? Matsuda?
Okay.
All right.
So that was episode 20 of Death Note. Wow.
Everything's going well so far. I just have to keep it up.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, touching her.
Okay.
It was her Death Note. So the team is split up, and it's Misa, Light, and L going after Kira.
Oh boy.
Just
Misa and L, I feel like, is a duo that could be fun.
yeah, it's very funny. Like,
Yeah.
and the fact that I can't believe that his two friends are literally the two Kiras, the two people that he's chasing.
That's
like, this
so sad.
devastating because he's just gonna have to be like behind bars. Like,
Okay, hear me out. If one of the current theories is that like Light and Misa were not in control of their actions and were being like corrupted by some evil force that was like actually Kira, isn't that just kind of the Shinigami?
it kind of is, but you can't arrest a Shinigami, you know?
Right, but I feel like potentially L's search could lead to a Shinigami.
How would he see it? You think he's gonna like touch the page?
I have literally no idea.
But yeah, that was a great episode, and thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below for more Death Note coming every Thursday and Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now in their extended uncut forms, they're all posted to Patreon right now. We have a lot to discuss. Before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review. On the whole time, then the Kira he's looking for is the Shinigami. And like the more they...
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our incredible Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions after every episode we watch and help lead the discussion, check out the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. Lilac Flower asks, what do you think of this new Kira's decision to use the Death Note to eliminate his company's rivals rather than Light's decision to create a better world with it? Do you think there could be a way to use the Death Note for good, or do you think that killing people, no matter how or why, will always be a bad thing?
I think it shows the like difference in initial priority. Like obviously a person who uses a power like that in like the abstract to create a better world is a better person than someone who uses that kind of power to like basically give themselves more money.
Yeah.
With that being said, it is a really kind of cool representation of how power corrupts. Even if you start in completely different places, if you have the same power, you kind of end up doing the same thing.
Do you think it's possible to even use the Death Note?
I don't.
Like, for good?
I mean, I'm staunchly against capital punishment and don't believe in the death penalty, so I don't think there's ever a moral or ethical way to use the Death Note, or a way that you could use it that would improve the world.
You become the greatest hospice care provider company of all time. You can have them die.
You take people who are like seconds from death and you write, you live 20 years
you know what I mean? Like,
and go on 15 cruises.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be the nice way to use it, but it's still a stretch. But yeah, I think that they're both immoral. We're going to alter this question. Nathaniel Williams asks, with the new opening, can you rewatch it and tell us how do you think this opening is representing Light and his mental state in the second half of this show? We're not going to rewatch it because that was like a fever dream, but how do you think it pertains to Light's state / more thoughts on it? Because it has its desired effect, I think.
Yeah, no, I think it does. It's like one of those situations where you hate a character in a show so much that you hate the actor, but it's like, okay, if you hate the character in the show, that means the actor is amazing.
Yeah.
Because they can make you feel something like that. Watching that was like visually abrasive.
Yeah.
Because of how just all over the place it was. But that also feels like a pretty accurate representation of where Light's kind of been going.
Yeah, and like the idea that L presented of potentially like going back and getting his memories back, or like the note back, like if he gets his memories back, I assume he doesn't lose the memories he has, so he's gonna have like several personalities jockeying for position. That's the only way that ends. Yeah, in that opening, it was just chaos and the amount of visuals. Like it felt like paranoia is what it felt like, and I feel like that's what's going to take over Light.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go to our final question. The final question, Miss Breadloaf asks, thoughts on L's idea of Light potentially of having lost his memories but with plans to get his powers back? Do you think he's right here, or do you think he might be in denial for being wrong about Light being Kira?
Okay.
Wrong. It's in quotes.
I think he's right, because that's kind of the idea that we've had so far, just because Light surrendering all control without appearing to put up a fight. He was just like, all right, we're done, which just doesn't make sense for him to surrender that amount of power without at least trying.
Yeah.
And the only way for him to like continue with that plan would be to get the Death Note again. So there had to have been some kind of pre-planning.
Yeah, I'm confused where it's gonna go, because like one thought I just had is maybe he's thinking, I have such a strict moral code that he's thinking almost of his moral code as a very strict machine that when Death Note is inserted into, he will become what he became. So maybe his thought is, I will set up a circumstance where I will get Death Note back. Almost sees like a chemical compound, and when he comes into contact with Death Note, the same thing's gonna happen regardless. But because like when he had the Death Note, he was like, that's just absurd and it's wrong. Like he was morally against it, and then it worked, and then he convinced himself.
Yeah.
The only thing that would prevent me from that is, I think the only thing that made him write the first name was that he was curious about what would happen. Like he just kind of had to see.
Yeah.
And now he kind of knows that, oh, this is the method that was used to kill all these people, and he might not try it again, knowing that it works.
I feel like at this point, if he, just vast oversimplification here. He got a drone, programmed it to like, I don't know, find him in a year and a half and just give him the Death Note again. If current Light, who is trying to find Kira, is presented with a Death Note, I can't see him doing anything except bringing it back to the lab to go over with L.
You're right, but fast-tracked, he's going to be handcuffed. So, like, if the Death Note appears, L will be there. Like,
yeah.
What the hell?
But it's going to seem like they just stumbled across it. It's not even, I don't think it's going to register as like, oh, this is like past you sending you like a gift now.
I feel like it, I don't know.
I mean, it depends on how he does it. But the thing is, if he...
But we have to remember that the Death Note, that one of the people that is killing people currently is using a Death Note, and maybe that could be Light's Death Note. Who knows?
Maybe.
You know, like, who knows? Oh, wow. Well, still so much to get into and so much yet to transpire, but that's about it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Are we excited for episode 21 of Death Note?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.